Hello, everybody at Burbank. Good morning, afternoon, whatever time you're watching this. For those of you that don't know, my name is Miss Sarah. I'm a teacher in the Otter classroom, and today we're going to do a little fun math activity to help you guys do some stuff while you're home. So one of my favorite things to do with my kids for math, because I know math is a very tricky one that nobody really wants to sit there and count, so you got to make it fun. But doing stuff with math, it doesn't even have to be counting. It could be making patterns. It could be categorizing or grouping things together in specific ways, by size, by color, by the length of them. So to make this into a fun activity, I figured for you guys at home, you probably have a lot of toys around the house. One good toy that I think would be perfect to use for this would be Legos. If you guys have small Legos, big Legos. I don't have any Legos with me right now, but I figured that would be the easiest thing because there's different sizes, there's different colors, they all look different, so you could do plenty of different things with Legos. So one of the first things we're going to do is we're going to work on making patterns. So I found I have a bunch of different pencils. So I have some plain white pencils, and I have they're Ohio State pencils because that's where I went to school, so go Bucks. And I have a few of those, so I figured making a pattern is just you're following a set order. So if I was making a pattern out of these, I could go white, red, white, red. So if this was my pattern, white, red, what would come next? White. Perfect. That's a pretty simple pattern, just one or the other, just one after the other, which is pretty easy to do. You could just go all the way down with all the stuff. So say if you're doing this with Legos, you could pick two of your favorite colors and make a pattern like this all the way down the board. Another way we could get more different with it to make it more complicated is you can make like an even trickier pattern. So say if you did two white, red, two white, red. So if my pattern is two white, red, what would be the next thing? It would be another two white. And right now I only have one more white, but just pretend there's a second white right here. So that's another pattern you can make with them. So for one thing you could do some of those patterns. You can make your own pattern. So if one thing you had to do, you had to create your own pattern, what would it be? Would it be red, blue, red, blue, red, blue? Would it be red, red, blue, blue, red, red, blue, blue? Would it be three different colors? Can you do red, blue, green, red, blue, green? You could make so many different patterns, which I think would be awesome for you guys to practice with doing that. So that's one thing you could do to make patterns. Another thing for a fun activity, sorry, that I thought with Legos would be perfect is grouping them by color. So you could find, so if I was doing it with my pencils, I would find all my Ohio State or my red pencils. So I'm going to group them all together. So I have over here all these, and then you could count how many you have. So if you can see, I'll spread them apart so we can see them better. All right, ready? We're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have 5 red pencils, and then I'm going to group my white ones. So let's see. Spread them apart. We're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I have 5 white ones. So my next question is, which number has the more? If I have 5 white and 5 red, which one has the most pencils? If you guess that they're both the same, you're right. I was trying to trick you guys. 5 here, 5 here. That's the same exact number. But so say if I took, let's see if I can trick you guys. All right. So let's see. So we'll do, I want you guys to count them yourselves. Okay. So how many white do I have? Count the white. We have 1, 2, 3. And how many red? 1, 2. So 3, 2. Which one is the most? If you guessed 3, good job. It's easy to see because you could just pair them up and see which one has less. And you can easily see that the red one has less. So that's perfect. So that's another way. You could sit there and group all your Legos together, find all the red Legos and find all the blue Legos. And once you find them, you have your red pile here, your blue pile here. You could count all the red, say if you have 10, and you could count all the blue and say you have 8. Then you have to decide which one has the most and which one has the less. So that's perfect. Another thing you could do for math is you could group them based on the size. So another thing with Legos is there's some Legos that are just a square, there's some that are long like a rectangle, there's some that are flat like what you build on top of, there's some that are curvy. So you could go ahead and put all of those square ones in a pile together, put the rectangle, the long ones that kind of look like that, you could put those together, you could put the big flat ones together and see how many you have of each again. That would be perfect. So yeah, so these were just a couple fun math things you guys can do at home. You guys could add on to this so much by, like I said, making your own patterns, by counting and taking away and seeing how much are bigger. There's so many different things you guys can do with all that. But I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys later. Bye.